Hello again! Welcome to another episode of Advanced Minecraft on 2B2T, the world's worst server. It appears my luck has run out. I've been following the little zigzaggy highway for a while, and it looks like it just abruptly ends. I worry that if I go up to the top, there's going to be withers. But I either have to do it, or I have to march across the lava. Look at the glorious views here in the nether. This is just an anthill. It's what it is, like an ant farm, where people just dig their own path. I've got a ton of netherrack. I could go on building this highway out forever and ever, but A, it's going to take me a shit ton of time, and I don't have that. That's the one thing I don't have anymore. And B, I'm not going to get very far. Unless I've got dubs worth of... Is that a... Hold on. Nah, it's just a wooden block. I thought it might be a sign. Unless I've got dubs worth of materials. Oh, did I just hit fly or something? Yeah, I hit V. My bad. It's not going to help me out. So, I'm going to do it. I'm going to nerd pole straight to the top and hope that as I get closer there are no withers and I can go back on the main highway and make this journey happen tonight before, before I run out of time. There are a few server mods that Housemaster has implemented, things that change Minecraft from its pure vanilla state, and one of the ones that I sure do fucking love is the ability to ignore people. Specifically spam bots that have been spamming the server for countless hours, offering you to join a new Anarchy server that's popped up. Really? Like, people play on 2B2T, these days at least, not because it's an Anarchy server. There are tons of those. You can go there to any Anarchy server, and there's less lag and less people and less horribleness. People come to 2B2T for its history, the fact that it's been around for, 5 years. That's why Camping Rusher came here. That's why other YouTubers are interested. They don't come to random other Anarchy servers just because they're there. So advertising your new amazing Anarchy server that's been around for a week and probably will only be around for one more week is pointless. If I knew for a fact that a new Anarchy server was going to be up for another 6 years from now, and I wanted to go and contribute something that was going to be there for a long, long time and maybe even make a difference or become a powerful player, I would do that. I would consider that. But I would have to know for a fucking fact that server was not going to fold under pressure in the next couple days. There's no commitment that I would make to a server that is not going to be around for a lifetime. That is, similar to 2B. You know what I mean? The reason people still come to 2B2T is because it's been on forever, and I just got disconnected. That's not why we go. It's been here forever, and it's going to be here for the foreseeable future. And it has such a long history that we can expect it to continue. So that's that. You're not going to get a whole lot of sympathy from me if you're advertising your new Anarchy server. Now I've jumped onto some of the other ones just for funsies when I feel like blowing off steam in a place where losing my life isn't going to severely impact my channel or my 2B experience, but I don't put a lot of time into them. You know what I mean? It looks like my buddy Fitz online. Let's say hello. We have a strange relationship. Well, here you have it. I finally caught up with my buddy. This is Oxymoron. Now, Oxymoron is an old friend of 2B2T. He has been playing on 2B since 2011, and he has offered to take me to a base that he believes has been, well, compromised. Not going to tell the details of how it got compromised because they're still sort of, what's the word here? Indeterminate. But he is going to take me off the road here through some special directions, and we're going to go ahead and find his base. So yeah, that's what's going to happen, and I'm going to try to do my best to dub over the trip here and also the portions of the base that we are reviewing in this episode. It's going to be a mega episode. I'm going to basically do the whole base, minus some parts that are less interesting, where I, stand around trying to do inventory management and shit like that. And I'm going to also try to not reveal anything personal, no personal details of me or other people who are whispering me or bass chords or anything like that. In fact, I may even have to cut some portions of the trip out to make sure that no one can find it in case it's not yet leaked. But this base is by far one of the most impressive historical collections I have ever seen in my 3 years on 2B. It contains Oxymoron's museum, and in the museum you will see wonders, my friends. Wonders you have never beheld. Before we get too much further, I should mention that this portion of the video is filmed 2 days later on December 14th, 2016. And these are the lovely people who are online right now, and I'm trying not to overuse the whisper here. But, I am not technically recording my voice when I recorded the video. So I'll try to limit any exposure. But here we are. We are at the entrance of Ragnarok. Now, Ragnarok is not associated with the team Ragnarok that popped up during the Russia War. But this is Oxymoron and a few other people, their special base. And hopefully I'll get all the details right, because it's very impressive. Now, there have been a number of players who have based at Ragnarok, including Oxymoron, Police Mike 55, Aaron, Roadhog 360, Ace of Spades, Naklost, and Pyrovaniac. And 086 is a recent member as well. Now, the bridge we're looking at right now was built by Aaron, and I'll try to get everybody's name right for what they built within the city. But we're here to see something very impressive, and I may have to split the video into 3 parts because my computer can't quite handle it. And if you notice a change in my voice, it's because I caught a cold around Christmas time, and I'm sucking on a cough drop. Whoops, I accidentally stabbed this villager with my aura. They don't have too many villagers here right now. They're trying to work on a villager farm, but recently the base was discovered by somebody who doesn't belong here, so they may be tearing it down and moving on, or at least moving on with all the good stuff. The building I'm standing right next to now, that's obsidian and netherrack, is the not yet completed Elytra launch pad. They're building like an Elytra tower so they can fly around, because Oxymoron and his team have access to Elytra flight hacks, so they're able to explore the server and find bases quicker that way. This floating mushroom base was built by Oxymoron. He says he built it and then was going to use it as his main base, but then kind of forgot about it and even forgot that it had stuff in it. I let him know there's a brewing stand up there and some chests, so he might have gone in and taken a look. But he really hasn't used it for much. It's just a floating mushroom island tower. This big obsidian tower with the end crystal on top was also built by Oxymoron during the amazing dupe hack. As we climb up the spiral staircase of this observation tower, and I give you a little bit of a look around Ragnarok, I wanted to take a moment to talk a little bit about a Christmas miracle. And I'm not talking about the amazing amounts that have been donated from the Patreon and through PayPal. You guys are truly wonderful, and I sincerely regret calling this the world's worst server. I mean, it is, but it's not. You people are generous and kind, which is so surprising to see, the behavior that you can have toward each other and toward me and how it differs. And my family and I really thank you. But that's not the miracle I want to talk about, although it certainly is miraculous and wonderful. Um, a few short days before Christmas, I received a very unexpected letter in the mail with a check from a class action lawsuit against Walmart. And the check was for a lot more than I normally get from class action lawsuits. Usually I get those for like $11 or some shit, but this one was very nice and contained more money than we needed to get through the month, and enough that we felt we could actually spoil our kids a little bit. And so we went out and got them an Xbox One for Christmas, and boy, they were really impressed and surprised and excited, and we've had a great time with it. And you know, it was a wonderful gift that we did not expect. And so between that and the Patreon and the PayPal donations, we had a very merry Christmas, and I'm humbled, I'm shocked, I can't believe it. Still can't believe it. And Christmas is over by the time I'm recording this, but you know, I'm very thankful. We had a very lovely holiday. So over here we have the town to-do list, and pretty much every town I've ever built with people on servers that I've played in Minecraft. Before 2B, because I've never really based with anyone on 2B, almost everyone has had a message board / to-do list, so this is no different. The sign over here, the person who visited is the person that Oxymoron says was not expected or welcome. And he thinks that perhaps an exploit was used to find the location of his base. It's very difficult to find if you don't know exactly where you're going, but such is the tale of most 2B2T bases. The fountain here is one of the first structures ever built in Ragnarok. The little one I'm talking about. The big one was built by Ace of Spades to sort of show Oxymoron what a real fountain looks like. Now, right next to the town fountains is the map of the town and its surrounding areas. Very large, different sections of map. And Oxymoron says that eventually he hopes to make some map art in this location if it hasn't been fully compromised. I found out today, December 26th, that the Fort Dick map and base and dupe stash that went with it was all found and compromised. And if you see a picture of the Fort Dick map, it's going to have some writing all over it. I cut out the footage of the random shit building because it's a building full of random shit, and pretty much every base has one of those. But we're going to go past the potion brewing station here, and over to the dupe stash. Oxymoron says he spent 12 straight hours duping, because on 2B2T, when a dupe shows up, you never know how long it's going to take before Housemaster finds a patch and fixes it. And eventually the dupe was fixed with 1.11, but I did a lot of duping myself, and it did last for days. And there's a lot of expensive items out there that are now super common and super cheap. So the dupe has done a number on 2B's economy. Now, the building in front of me here was built by Police Mike, who has not been seen on the server for a little while. This may be his last build on 2B2T, for all we know. But he did have a Ragnarok shield inside, so I grabbed it and put it on, and you could see some footage of me wearing the Ragnarok shield here with the red lozenge on it. And then we're going to move on here. This is the town resident board of the town, and when the players joined, or perhaps when they were last here, I'm not entirely certain. Niklas is here with us, aka Skelly, and he's joined us for this video. I'll leave my little sign here as well to let people know that I've been here. There we go. Doctrzombie was here December 14th, 2016. All right, now around the corner here is the Face Punch Memorial Wall. Oxymoron says he tried to get as many of the Face Punch Republic names here that he could remember or find, but this is all. He's sure that he's missed some, but here are their names. And right across from the Face Punch Memorial is the Plugin Town Memorial, which is just a copy of one of the builds that they had there. All right. So, finally, we are coming to the crown jewel of Ragnarok, and one of the most impressive things that I have ever seen on 2B2T. The Ragnarok Museum contains a collection of some of the most rare and interesting artifacts from 2B2T's rich 6-year history. and I don't have time to show you it today. So I'd like to say thank you for watching Doctrzombie on 2B2T, Advanced Minecraft on 2B2T, the world's worst server, with myself and Oxymoron and Naklost, and we will continue the tour of the Ragnarok Museum next time.